So here we have a sample grade 2 classroom for my school. So here is the front entrance and it is accessible for wheelchairs by a ramp that enters through the door. Straight away the students have their bag storage so the environment is nice and clean and tidy. Students have a variety of seating styles that they can select depending on what they feel most comfortable with, and these seating styles also promote inquiry-based learning and project-based learning projects, as they can be used in small groups. For example, here we have our seating tables. This is where students can sit on the floor and then have the table sitting on their laps, and a lot of students feel comfortable using this style in their everyday work. Additionally, we have standing tables, and a group of 4 students can stand around this table and work on them, and we have 2 of those here. And then here we have our tables that are easily accessible to be independent or working together, and these can be arranged depending on the needs for the students. So students can choose whichever one they feel more comfortable with when they're doing their work. Down here we have our sitting spots, and the teacher uses them to show where students can sit when they're sitting on the floor. However, to ensure that behaviour management is used, a group of students will have a certain colour. For example, there'll be the yellow students, and teachers can choose these groups selectively to make sure that students are sitting next to people that they can work appropriately with. Down here we have our interactive whiteboard, and this is used very regularly in the school for watching videos for classroom learning, showing what they're going to be using throughout the day, and in many other methods. Over here we have our STEAM zone, and it's its own little room here, and this is where students can store their iPads and charge them, and they use them very often in this class. Additionally, art project, engineering projects, and other activities happen in this room. Students often have little science groups that go into here and do activities, but they can also, if there's too many students, be done out here as well. Down here we have our bookshelves, and students can use these for independent reading, and we like to keep as many of these as possible, many books as possible on these shelves, and these get changed regularly from the school library, and they're used in the parent reading program that I'll show you shortly. Additionally, over here we have our calm zone. Now, calm zone is a feature that we have in every classroom at the school, and it's where students can go if they're not feeling ready to learn or if they need a moment to calm down. Students have little name cards that they can pop in their happy, okay, or sad zone, and the teacher will be able to walk past this and view if a student's in the sad zone. They may want to check in and talk to them, or if a student's in the sad zone, they might find them in the calm zone, and they may just need a minute to calm down. Here is our school zone, and it continues off into other areas, but here is just a selected portion of it. So firstly, I'd like to point out the school veggie garden and chicken coop, and this is where students get involved with parent volunteers and community volunteers as well, and they grow the school garden themselves and select the veggies they'd like to produce. Additionally, we have a chicken coop where our chickens lay eggs, and we use all of these here in our student kitchen, which is really great. Additionally, we have our sports oval where students can play, and they can also play in the gravel area over here, and this continues on into the other area, and it helps promote physical activity amongst our students. Here we have our quiet zone, and that's great for our students as well who prefer a more sensory deprived place where they can play, and this is good for our students with special needs. We have a water play zone as well as a sandpit, and these things are regularly added to and changed to help ensure that they are entertained and able to play in a fun way that is appropriate for their needs. Additionally, we have our school playground, and it's extended over here, but I'd like to show the swing set that we have. So we have 2 regular swings as well as a wheelchair accessible swing, and this is great for some of our students who are in wheelchairs, as they can get to play on the playground as well. We're all about inclusivity at this school, and therefore we really value that in the design. Here we have our community reading zone, and this is a special place where we have lots of books available for students, and parent volunteers volunteer their time and they come and read with students, as well as the older students in our school come here with their buddies and help with the younger students reading. This also is a very multi-purpose space, and it is also used as the school council meeting where parents and the community members as well as carers can help contribute their ideas to school projects and other things that need to be discussed. Over here we have our school bins, and they're scattered around the area as well to help ensure that students are disposing of their rubbish correctly. Here we have our general waste bin, which actually doesn't produce, the students don't produce much waste because we also have our general recycling bin, as well as our soft plastic RedCycle bin, which is a program we have at our school and partnered with RedCycle, as well as our compost bin. Then we use our compost bin to help promote growth in our school gardens. Now, our students are educated on how to use these bins properly in their classroom, and our bin monitors, which are our grade 6 leaders, help to ensure that students are being educated on this and that students are disposing of their rubbish correctly.